Hi everyone! Today, I'll be showing you how to build this Canine Fursuit head base. Let's go over the materials that you'll need. You will need 1-inch foam, scissors, a glue gun and glue sticks, your printed paper pattern, and a permanent marker. Start by printing your pattern on letter-sized paper, 8.5 by 11 inches, using the borderless setting. Once printed, check the 1-inch test square on the pattern. If it measures exactly 1 inch, perfect. If it's slightly larger, slightly smaller, that's okay. Next, cut out all your paper pattern pieces. When you get to the cheek, nose, and ear pattern pieces, choose only one of the style options for each. Trace your pattern pieces onto your 1-inch foam using a permanent marker. Check your paper pattern to see how many of each piece you'll need to trace. And don't forget to label your foam pieces. This will save you a lot of confusion later. I recommend using an X-Acto blade for the inside of the nose. Keep your scissors straight while cutting so you don't accidentally angle them and remove foam you need. Now that you have all your foam pieces cut out, it's time to glue. Glue 2 eyebrow pieces together. Focus gluing on the outside of the eyebrows, because we're going to be cutting out eye holes later. It'll be easier to cut it out if there's less glue involved. And then, glue the other 2 together. Glue the top cheek to the bottom cheek, having them face in opposite directions. Don't glue all the way to the edges, and spread your glue beads evenly. Glue all 4 jaw pieces together. Then, glue the jaw up to the backs of the cheeks. I forgot to film it at the time, but this is how it will look at the end, with the 4 jaw pieces in the middle. Glue the ear top to the ear bottom. Follow the example for how they should be placed. Glue the nose pieces together. Glue the nose bridge top to the nose bridge bottom, like so. Glue the inside muzzle pieces together. It is easiest to lay out your pieces as you glue them to prevent gluing them in the wrong direction. Glue the right muzzle pieces together, then the left. Now, glue the inside muzzle to the left muzzle side, making sure the rounded front edges align. Then, glue that to the right muzzle side. Don't glue the right muzzle on backwards, like I almost did here. Glue the nose bridge on the top of the muzzle. Make sure the front edges align and that it's centered. Hollow out the inside of the muzzle. This improves breathability. Push your scissors into the foam as you cut. I got the bulk of what I wanted hollowed out. We will be hollowing out more later on. Blend the nose bridge into the muzzle. Use a permanent marker to trace where you want to trim before cutting. Round out the muzzle and shape it to your desired look. I recommend using references of what you want it to look like. Rotate it and check it from multiple angles as you go. Shaping the nose. Start with the side profile and trace where you want to trim. Cut slowly. Remove small amounts at a time. Round out all sharp edges except for the back of the nose. Draw a center line down the nose with your marker. Use that to create a rounded guideline across the top and shape accordingly. Once you're happy with it, glue the nose onto the muzzle. If you want to see me turn this nose into a pickable one, click the link in the description below. Trace the divot under the nose and cut it out. Smooth the transition from that divot onto the sides of the muzzle. Do your final shaping. A little tip is to use an electric lint remover to smooth out your scissor lines. Now, glue the muzzle onto the cheeks. Align the top of the cheek with the top of the muzzle. Here's me gluing them together from the back. Smooth the inside transition of the muzzle and hollow out what you need. Glue the eyebrow onto the top cheek. Align the eyebrow layers with the top cheek and nose bridge. From the inside, glue the top of the muzzle to the nose bridge. Glue the completed face onto the head base. Align the center of the jaw and the nose bridge with the center seam of the head base. Also, align the bottom cheek with the bottom of the head base. Draw your eye pattern and cut out the eye holes. I usually have to do this one layer at a time. This is why we didn't glue as much in the center. To shape the jaw, from underneath, trace the curve that you want. Cut and round it out. Cut out the hole to the muzzle. Smooth the transition from the base into the muzzle interior. The goal is to have the most ventilation possible. Round out the eyebrows, cheeks, and nose bridge to refine your character's look. smooth out the transition from the jaw to the cheek. Other side! Again, make sure to view your head from different angles. A cool trick you can do is take a photo of the head and flip it horizontally to really see the difference in symmetry. Shape the top of the nose bridge by cutting a slight curve for a smoother transition. Shape the ears by rounding out sharp edges for a more natural appearance. To attach the ears, draw a center line down the head base. Place one ear where you want it and trace the outline on the base. Use that tracing as a guide to place the second ear symmetrically. Glue them down, adjusting before the glue fully dries. Now, glue on the cheek fluff. You can trace guidelines like before or eyeball the placement. Shape the cheek fluff based on your chosen style. For my style, I rounded the back. Other styles may look better with pointed ends. Finally, you will want to adjust the fursuit head to fit the wearer. You can do this by cutting a triangle in the back and gluing it to make it smaller, as well as adding padding on the inside. And that's it! Congratulations! You've completed your Canine Fursuit head base. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. If you have any questions, feel free to message us on Etsy or Telegram. See you in the next video! Bye-bye!